Hey guys, Average Scarecrow here with a Raid Shadow Legends video. Thank you so much for dropping by the channel. I appreciate all the support you guys have been showing over the past couple of videos. Thank you so much. I wanted to do, I just finished up my ranking all of my epics tier list, grading them on giving them a letter grade, right, based on like versatility, where I use them, how often I use them, so on and so forth. And it gave me some ideas on champion showcases. And so today I decided, so I've been doing primarily like free champions, login reward champions. We did Eric's, we did Rathalos, we did, who was the other one? Oh, no, I haven't done that one yet. So, sorry. I was working on another one. That one's not published yet. That one is coming soon. I'll leave that as a surprise. But, yeah, so I've been focusing on some free champions. We did just do a Theodore one. But I wanted to go now to Epic. I wanted to do an Epic showcase. And I decided on Gala Longbraids. Gala Longbraids, a Void Epic attack champion out of the Jorah's faction. She was one of my favorite single target, probably my favorite single target nuker on my account at the time I was using her. She gets practically no play time on my account anymore, but she is still a ton of fun. I've rebuilt her in some of my best damage dealing gear, redid her masteries. And yeah, she's a ton of fun, man. So let's go over the kit real quick, and then we'll talk about where I use her. We'll go over like her potential damage, and so on and some of her weaknesses as well, because power creep is a thing, and so she does have some weaknesses now in the game. But let's start off with the A1 here, Brutal Bludgeon. Attacks one enemy two times. Each hit will ignore 30% of the target's defense. Places a shield buff on this champion for 2 turns. The value of the shield is equal to 20% of the damage inflicted. On the A2, Fearless Aggression. On a 4-turn cooldown, no books go into this. You're just getting damage out of the books. Attacks one enemy. Will ignore 50% of the target's defense when attacking under a shield buff. Heals this champion by 50% of the damage inflicted. Places a shield buff on this champion equal to any surplus heal for 3 turns. Did I read that right? Heals this champion by 50% of the damage inflicted. Places a shield buff on this champion equal to any of the surplus heal. Yeah, so you're healing based on the damage, and then you are getting shield based on the heal, which is based on the damage, right? And then on the A3 here, Sheer Swagger. On a 3-turn cooldown when booked, attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit will ignore 25% of the target's defense. Grants an extra turn if this champion has full HP after using this skill. And then she's got attack in all battles by 25%. So she's a single target nuker, right? No AoE abilities at all. However, she has extra turn mechanics built into the A3, which is nice because it means you can essentially quickly dispatch 2 people, right? Just right off the rip. It also means that you get back around to your abilities faster, right? So the way I like to use her is A3 leading into A2. However, you could technically go A2 and then on the next turn go A3 leading into A1 to get this Fearless Aggression off of its cooldown a little bit faster, right? So that's another way to do it. I like going A3 into A2. You just get 2 hard-hitting abilities, and you get back around to the Sheer Swagger ability even faster, right? On the Masteries, go all the way down, pick up Helm Smasher is what I always like to do. Not Helm Smasher. Yeah, Helm Smasher. Yeah, sorry. I get them confused sometimes. So we go down all the way. We pick up Helm Smasher. We're getting damage mitigation off of the defensive tree. She has no debuffs, so there's no reason to pick up any. She has no debuffs or buffs. I guess she has shield, but I don't think it's worth picking up the buff extension for that single shield buff that she's giving herself. So we went down, we picked up damage mitigation here, and we picked up like Methodical for the A1, basically all the damage increasing buffs from the attack tree. I actually don't have her in a relic, but I am going to put her in a relic. So we'll take this off of Rhonda. So we're getting 21% more crit damage, a little bit of HP, and then we're also going to get 3% ignore defense if the target's defense, 3% of the target's defense if the target is under 2 or more debuffs, excuse me. I've got her in my best damage dealing gear here, attack with defense, HP with defense. We've got defense with attack. We've got crit damage with crit damage, attack with attack, and attack with attack. We've got attack here with more attack percentage. We can actually try and buff this up a little bit more. Sure, that's fine. And then we can ascend it. Attack, HP. Then we've got crit damage. I actually wonder, would it be better? So we lose a little bit of speed, but we also lose a little bit of attack. Well, we can do this. We can enchant this, right? I probably should have done this before the video. I apologize. So let's go there. And then we can go here. Let's just bump this guy up to 16. And then we can enchant you a little bit more. Oh, God. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, so on the total stats, and you can see here we've got crit damage with crit damage. I don't think I can take this up anymore yet. We've got attack with attack. No, resist. But then we've got attack percentage on the substats. We've got some speed. Total stats we're looking at 42 on the HP, 6646 on the attack, 1500 on the defense, 176 on the speed, 100 on the crit rate, 314 on the crit damage. Resistance, I mean, if you wanted to build her with resist, I don't really see the point. Just bring a cleanser to cleanse any debuffs off of her. Let's take her into, not Hydra, we'll do Hydra at the end. Let's take her into Dragon. I'm like every other content creator. I like going into Dragon to try and figure out how much damage we can get. We'll bring Lydia and Mikage as well for the increased attack and increased crit damage. So let's slow it down here. So on an ally attack, she's going to go in and she's going to do 114, 108 on the A1 there. And then we can go in here. We can go A3 into A2. So this is going to be ignoring 50, potentially 70% of the target's defense. But we're also getting another 3% ignore defense off of the relic as well, right? So we're going to go in here. Boom, 89, 129. So we get, potentially you're looking at a 390,000 hit on the A3, and then the A2, we go in 385,000 on the A2 there. And look at that shield. Look at that massive shield she's got right now. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Then we can go in here with the A1, 7370. Not bad. I can't get over how big that shield is, man. And then see, we're already back around to the A3. So then you go in there, you finish them off. So really, you know, the extra turn mechanics actually make her not horrible as like someone who can just help you clear out some waves, which is really, really nice. We'll go into Faction Wars, and we'll just go in and see what she can do as far as damage here. So we go increase attack. Let's take out the Reviver. We go weaken, drop defense here, and then we lead him with the A3. Boom. You only need one hit there. That's it. And then we can take out the healer as well. Boom, 121,000. And there you go. 2 people dead right off the bat. And she's got this nice shield for 3 turns here as well. Let's put it on auto. We almost get one-shotted there. I mean, there you go. There's the A1, 53. It's a 2-time hitter, so you're looking at 106,000 right there. Really, really impressive, man. Gala is one of those champions who, like, she may not be, like... Obviously, she's not meta, right? Like, epic champions are, you know... who was I watching? It was Hell Hades, I think, who said that epics are the new rares. And I think there's some validity in that. I think that mythicals have power crept the game so much that epics have become the new rares. I mean, I almost never use rares on my account anymore. And it's a shame because I used to use rares a lot. Like a lot. So it's a little, it kind of sucks, you know, to be totally honest with you. But anyway, my point being that even though like epics, a lot of epics, not all epics, but a lot of epics have fallen out of the meta. It's nice that you can still bring them in here and just have some fun using them, right? Especially in PvE content. So this wave, super obnoxious, no debuffs. She still almost kills him with one ability with no debuffs and no increased attack either there, which is really nice. Yeah, you just kind of have to wait. It's unfortunate. Let's take it off auto real quick because we're going to waste a bunch of abilities here, and I don't want to waste a bunch of abilities. So we'll go in there. Let's steal those or strip those off of you. We'll save all of our abilities for the final boss, and now we can go in here. Okay, and let's see what she can do against. Let's see what she can do against this boss. So this boss is the one that is. Yeah, I mean, filling turn meter for all of her damage, for all the damage taken, true fear, stun, and then she's got this massive A1 ability. But you can steal the boss's turn meter. Thank you, Geomancer. And then let's go in here with the A3 and see what she can do. Look at that. She takes down over half of the boss's health in one shot. We almost kill the boss with one ability there. Absolutely crazy. And she's got this, I mean, I can't get over how, like, she gets this massive shield. So she's also like, she can survive, right? You know, she's not just this squishy target that you can go in one shot. She's also going to be able to keep herself alive with just these huge shields that she's given herself. 1.3 million damage coming out of Gala Longbraids. I always forget how good this champion is. You know, it's like I say, you go so long where you're just using all of the meta champions and you forget about how fun some of these epics can be. Let's go into Arena here. Arena, I think, is where she suffered the most. There's so much going on in Arena right now, and there's the first example of why she's not really in the meta anymore. She's got some ignored defense, right? She's got some ignored defense, and we get lucky that we strip, so now we can go in. But if we hadn't stripped there, right, you're looking at going 2 turns without being able to do any damage to this Elva. But now that we've got it, we've got drop defense on Elva. Let's go in with the A3. This is the 3-time hitter. We are not going to get an extra turn, though, so I'm actually going to go in with the A2 instead. I think the A2 is probably the right call here. Let's go in with the A2. 192,000 damage there. Easily able to one-shot their Reviver. So we can go in here. Loki's just going to be obnoxious. Really squishy Gizmak there. And now, I don't think we have full health, but we can go in here with the A3. Let's take out the nuker. 113,000. Oh, we actually did have full health. So we can go in and we can finish everybody off, right? It's really... But when you talk about, like, you know, Stone Skin especially, I think, is where a lot of her value fell off in the arena. Swift. And then there's Swift Parry, right? You don't get the kills with the Swift Parry. But I think that... I mean, I say that, and she's kind of smacking in the arena right now. Granted, I think that I'm in gold 4. I just got to gold 5, so the teams aren't as tanky, right? But she goes in, boom, and boom. I mean, 2 people dead right there. So you got to be careful of Eric's because she's got this hard-hitting AoE on the A1, but we get around and she's dead. 255 on the A1 there. Let me try to find like a team like this maybe. You've probably got a lot of Stone Skin on this team. Yeah, two separate 2-turn Stone Skins here. So we have to wait to see. Now she is good against Ultimate Death Knight. Yeah, see, we don't strip any of them there. So let's go with the 3-time hitter. And we might be able to get around the UDK here with the multi-hit. Not quite, because no drop defense or weaken there. But then we can go back in, and we need to use the multi-hitter to finish Mithral off. So we do finish Mithral off. We can just attack you because we just have to wait this out. Can we steal the Stone Skin? We can. Ultimate Death Knight is dead now, but Mortu Macabre is probably going to mess us up, man. We got lucky that time. Okay, let's go in here. Let's go in with the A. We need the multi-hitter on you, right? Yep, so there we go. And then we just have to wait out the Mortu Macabre, basically. So, I mean, I'm sitting here trying to say, like, you know, oh, Stone Skin is her, you know, she's not good against Stone Skin. But to be totally fair, I think these teams are probably not, like, if I were pushing into Gold 5, these teams are probably not as tanky as the teams that I'm going to be going up against, right? Let me think here. Is there anyone else I want to fight? This is another really tanky team here. They got a Pythion as their lead. Another Stone Skin, 2-turn Stone Skin here. Block damage on this passive. We do get the stun, though. So can we get the Mithrala with just the weaken? Yes, we can. So Mithrala taken out of the game. I don't believe we're going to be able to one-shot you. No. 56,000, though, it's not bad, right? That was more so a failure of this is just a super resist heavy team. I probably should have gone, oh, we steal the Stone Skin there. So, but, so like maybe I'm being, obviously like I've got 3 Void Legendaries going with her. We might actually be in trouble here. So let's go in here. We got 2-turn. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. Can we get back around to the strip? Everyone's got block damage on my team now. We get petrified. That is unfortunate. Yeah, we might be in trouble here now. There we go. Block revive. So, yeah, I mean... I'll be totally honest. I forgot entirely about the the passive there, or his revive, the mythicals. This is what I mean when I say the mythicals have just power crept the game so much. Let's go in here. Yeah, so this is going to be a loss, I think, because we don't have enough accuracy. I need to take out the reviver. And then they get block buffs again, so... Well, there's one reviver dead. Can we get back around? I don't think so. I think I am done for here. Yep. All right. Well, so that's kind of what I mean with as far as like the weaknesses go with Gala in PvP. She doesn't have any ignore Stone Skin. She doesn't have any ignore block damage. She's got ignore defense, which is nice. But when you start going up against these teams where like there's all of these passives, there's all of these heals, there's all of these cleanses, and you've got the 2-turn Stone Skins, and if you don't have an Odin, right? I've pairing her with an Odin, right? One of the best Void Legendaries in the game, who's got a buff strip on an AoE. He's got a buff steal. He's got enemy max HP. If you don't have those types of champions, the moment you see 2-turn Stone Skins on the enemy team, you're going to be struggling a little bit. So, but she's still like, you know, if you're not into Gold 5, if you're not in Gold 4, if you're still pushing through like Silver in the early stages of Gold, I think that you probably could have some success with Gala as like a single target nuker in the game. So, I don't really use her in Doom Tower. I'm trying to think. Let's just throw her in real quick. We'll take you out. Put you in. Let's take you out and put Eric's in just to clear waves a little bit faster. I'm just curious to see what kind of damage she can do against bosses, essentially. Or Doom Tower bosses. So drop defense weaken goes out. HP burn. You get some weaken. So Eric's did 179,000. on her A2. What is Gala going to do? Let's go in with the A3 here. We do 69, 67, 70. So you're looking at 200 to 210,000 on the A3, and then 154.5 on the A2. I mean, yeah, I mean, she just took a huge chunk of damage out of the boss. And she has that A3 leading into the A2 means that you can just do a really good amount of like burst damage with her, which is really nice. So yeah, she can definitely come in here and do a chunk of damage against these bosses as well. Last but not least, I do want to take her into Hydra. We'll do Hydra normal. We'll go with the increased attack, increased crit damage, drop defense weaken. We'll throw Hex out there, and I want to see what kind of damage she can do against the normal Hydra. We'll do a couple turns, and then we'll try hard Hydra as well. I won't take her. Maybe I will take her into brutal. We'll see. We'll see how she scales going from like boss or level to level. So we'll start in normal. That's fine. Let's see what she can do here. Let's go in with the A3 first. Target you. We're looking at 140, 108, 130. And so she almost one-shots the boss there. And then we come in, we can finish it off 311,000. And then look at this shield. Her health bar is almost gone. That's crazy. I mean, absolutely crazy. Okay. We'll try to set it up to where we can do some... damage. Okay, yeah, perfect. So we get the refresh. We don't have increased crit damage anymore, but we still have increased attack. We go in, we do boom, 325, 275. Let me do some quick math here. That's about 600,000 damage on the A1 without increased crit damage. Is really, really nice. Can we get back around? Is the boss about to come back already? Can't remember. Provoke you. Yeah, the boss is already back. So it's fine. Let's do one more rotation here. We go in here. About 320 to 330,000 there. So in a very short amount of time, we've already killed 2 of the bosses, and she's done 1.8 million damage. It's actually pretty impressive. She can come in single target. I think is probably the way to go in Hydra. You get so much damage mitigation on AoEs that I really think that single target nukers are the way to go. So she could come in as your, at the very least, normal Hydra champion, Hydra damage dealer. But let's go in. Let's see if she can do the same thing on hard. So everything's up. Increase crit damage, increase attack, drop defense, weaken up. Let's see what she can do here. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so already a pretty substantial drop-off in the damage. Going here on the A2. So, I mean, she still hits hard, right? She still hits hard. Let's make no mistake. But she's not able to one-shot the boss like she is in normal. Or not one-shot, but, you go A3 into A2 to kill the boss there. She's not able to do that in hard. But we are pretty close already. We can probably... And, I mean, just look at that shield, man. That shield is crazy. That shield is bonkers powerful. So we're already back around. We can go in. Boom, boom. No drop defense and weaken. But now we can go in and kill the boss, right? So no drop defense and weaken. The speed tuning was a little off there. Or the turns, the cooldowns were a little bit off there. Let's just do drop defense weaken. I can't get over that shield, man. I can't get over that. Yeah, it's fun. Boost the turn meters. Drop defense weaken is up. Can we go? Can we get the... All right, let's get the increased crit damage back up. I saw about 650,000 there. On the A1, we're doing, yeah, I mean, pretty impressive damage. Still pretty impressive damage there. It takes a little bit longer to get around to the to the kill, but again, in a very short amount of time, she's put out 2.6 million damage. Yeah, let's just take her into brutal. Do a few turns on brutal and see if it's a drastic drop off, right? Okay. Increase attack, increase crit rate. And like right off the bat, she's just getting this massive shield, man. I think that's probably, I keep going back to it, but I think that might be one of my favorite parts about her kit. Is this just real juicy shield she gets. Okay, so you do about 300,000 damage there. I don't think it's necessarily her damage that's dropping off a lot, to be fair. I think it's just the stats obviously are going to go up a lot. So she's still doing a chunk of damage. It's just that the boss's stats keep going up, right? I mean, obviously, right? That goes without saying, but you know, there are some champions like there are some champions like I'll use. Oh, that's probably not a good example. There are some champions that I feel like they just scale with the boss, if that makes sense. So yeah, but I mean, you know, I'm thinking like you know, Thor, for example. I know he's a legendary, but he was a fusion champion. But like, you know, his damage I think scales with the boss, so it still feels like you're just getting kills left and right with Thor. With Gala, it feels like she drops off every tier, which is fine, right? Because she's an epic champion. She doesn't have to be super brokenly powerful. I didn't go over her blessing either. I went heaven cast. She's not placing debuffs. She's just getting a little bit of damage for each buff on her. So listen, Gala Longbraids, and she, like I like to talk about the aesthetics of these champions. A lot of the dwarves look really cool. Gala's one of them. She looks really cool. I like the thigh tattoos, the matching bicep tattoos up there, face tattoos. Yeah, she's really cool. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Gala Longbraids, one of my favorite single target nuker. Obviously, Onryo is my favorite single target nuker now, but for a long time it was Gala, and I used her all over the place. Faction Wars, Arena, Doom Tower Waves, Doom Tower Bosses, all over the place. She's really, really fun. I'm glad I did the ranking list, because now I have a bunch of epics that I'm like, oh, I forgot how much I like this guy. I'm gonna go through and try him out again. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you like the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you do. Comment if you do, and if you don't, let me know what I'm doing wrong. Let me know what you would like to see more of in the future, because I'm really having a lot of fun making these videos. Obviously I have a full-time job. This is not my job. This is a hobby for me. But I'm having a ton of fun with it. I love this game. I love the champions. I love making content, and I want to keep it up. So let me know what you guys want to see moving forward, okay? That's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you stopping by, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.